Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my late review. Okay, for the Housewives of Atlanta, this is gonna be quick, fast, in a hurry. Why? Because I'm just gonna be fussing at Marlo for a little bit of time and defending Kandi. Not because I'm a candy coded click person, but because that's just what makes sense. Marlo around here being foolish, and I don't have time. That's why I didn't watch it last week. Okay, I feel like last week when I kept seeing the previews for the episode, I knew I would end up just fussing at Marlo. And I just did not feel like going through all that. Okay, that's why y'all get this review a whole week later. But I have to say that going forward, I will make sure to have my reviews out in a timely fashion. Okay, so after I do this quick review, I'm going to go ahead and watch Bill Collective. That will be out tonight at around 9 or 10 p.m. Tomorrow, I'll have my Love Marriage Husband review out. That will be a premiere. And then on Monday, I'll have my Housewives of Atlanta review out as well. I'm going to start being back on track and leaving it what it is, okay? But y'all know first things first, if you've not done so already, please take a little second, okay? Take a little second and do a couple of things. One, subscribe to my channel. Two, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also like the video, comment in the comment section, and also share the video. Okay, again, I'm on live, yes. However, I'm going to handle this as it's a premiere and just go through things and leave it be. I just popped up, said, hey, I'm live. So I know many people ain't watching right now, but thank you to the few that are watching the live. Okay, hey, Diva, thank you for being around here. Okay, a moderator. So let's get into new confessionals. Okay, Kenya and Marlo had a new confessional this episode, and I don't like Marlo's. Okay, her wig is too big for me. Okay, too far back on her head for me, and then I feel like her dress looks weird. I don't know what you know. What I'm saying I don't know what the hair looks. Because it looked like a wig. Okay, it looked like a wig, and so for that reason alone, I don't really like it. Okay, now Kenya, I love it. I do. Even though her hair, I think that's her hair, it looked like a wig, but it looked like an expensive wig that looked real, but it's a wig. Okay, but I think that's Kenya's hair. But just the front because they put whatever makeup they put around her, the edge of her forehead makes it seem like it could be a wig and whatnot. But y'all know I love bright colors on our skin tones. So I love the bright orange on her. So Kenya wins. Okay, Kenya wins. Now Marlo don't look horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's just Marlo looked like a bridesmaid. Who don't really want to be in the wedding, but she there anyway, and she don't like her dress. That's how Marlo looks to me. Okay, but let's get into this episode. I forgot to pop on camera. Okay, I'm here. Got my tongue ready, I ate some chips. But yeah. Hello. My hair down. Y'all will see it down for maybe another day or two before it goes back up in a bun. Okay, because it's hot here, it's warm here. And y'all know I hate having my hair down on me, so I'm gonna put it up eventually. Okay, but let's get into this review. Okay, now I showed y'all Kenya and Marlo already, but what's next? We see a little flashback. Okay, we see a little flashback of Kandi and Marlo's friendship over the season. Now I know it was a big to do. Oh my God. Bravo, edited the intro. Bravo took Nene out. We already discussed this, I think in a gossip chat. And I said that lady sued them people. That lady told the people they was on drugs. Okay, not Marlo. Nene and Bravo and NBC and all the folks around here. It's a tumultuous situation, but when you sue somebody, I don't think, and you told them also, keep your name out their mouth, don't discuss me. Well, when they flat back, they may take you out. Okay, it wasn't no big deal, whatever. I know on the app, when you rewatch the video, the episode, they take out that whole thing entirely. they do not show the old intro from season 4. Oh, they listen. I'm like, no, they said we don't got time to fuss with y'all. We're going to take it out because it doesn't matter. Okay. Seeing the friendship of Marlo and Kandi over the years, I feel like, us seeing Kandi say, oh, Marlo's a nice person, even though people bring up her criminal past, I'm like, we know for a fact Kandi said that before Marlo'd her. Okay, Marlo is a conniving, sneaky, attention-seeking lady. And we also know over the seasons, Marlo and Kandi had bump heads. But Kandi said that at a time where Marlo was not directly coming for her. Marlo got a peach and lost her peachy mind. Marlo got a peach and instantly went at Kandi. Why? Because Marlo don't have nothing else going on. Okay? So when anyone is like, oh, she used to say nice things. So what? You usually have nice things to say about your friends or your friends until they show their true colors. Because when someone you thought you knew, you find out you don't really know them because they're coming for you for no reason, you change your opinion. And Kandi back then was saying stuff based on who Marlo was then. That ain't who Marlo is now. Okay? Currently, it's Marlo and anyone who looked like her. Okay? It's Marlo can kiss my ass all up and through the prison cells where she gonna probably be something. I'm not gonna say that. My point is, it's Marlo. Okay? So we see them show, and again, this is all flashback stuff. We see Marlo going over Kandi's house, and they said this is the day after her nephew was taken out. Okay, and Marlo, to me, walked in happy as a hooker on payday. Okay, Marlo walked in and wasn't sad at all. Marlo walked in, hey, Candy Yams. And we also want to mention, when this happened, this was right when Riley was going away to college. So Marlo acting like Kandi wasn't concerned about her and her nephew, to me, is her being selfish because Kandi was already dealing with her daughter leaving home for college. That is an emotional, stressful time for anybody in their firstborn. Okay, so Kandi probably already had her hands full, her emotions full, her mind full of her own child. And she, in my opinion, did not have the time, or she did not have to take time to help you grieve when you not even showing anybody that you're grieving. If you call me and say, hey, somebody who used to work with you, ain't living no more, and all I say is, I'm sorry to hear that, so sad, and you then come over my house happy and laughing, and you come over my house knowing I'm packing for my daughter, my firstborn, to leave and move across the country to New York for college. Bitch, I can't be focused on you. I'm focused on my child. You here to help me pack up my kid. Okay, I'm leave that be. Okay, anyway. While sitting there, we see Marlo then, I don't want to ruin the moment. I don't want to bring y'all down. Then don't. But she did. But it's fine, okay? But my kid, my cousin, my nephew was taken out. And said, it's so sad. I was just so sad. Kandi got up, went and hugged Marlo, consoled Marlo, listened to Marlo, let Marlo talk, and all of that stuff. And even connected and saying, I get it. Because when my brother was killed, you know what I'm saying? It made me numb to stuff when my brother was when I was 15 years old. So that's another notch of Kandi sharing the experience with you. So the fact that Marlo tried to say Kandi didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing. She tried to avoid. I was like, but she fully listened. She hugged you. She talked to you, okay? And her even telling you that she, takes death hard too. And really, she ain't been right since her brother died. People don't understand. Sometimes when you lose somebody, you become numb to other folks' stuff because you don't want to address the pain you felt when you lost somebody close to you. So Kandi also saying I'm numb, which means sometimes I'm not emotional. My brother died when I was 15, and since then I don't get emotional. That numbed me. That pain numbed me. So Marlo, in my opinion, with this whole Kandi didn't do this and Kandi do it, is a crack of bull stuff. The fact that they filmed the whole scene of Kandi addressing it, of you talking, what did you want Kandi to do? How can somebody address your nephew being taken out? Hence the title, Marlo is delusional. And Kandi is activated. Because, Marlo is saying all this stuff to everybody else except Kandi didn't even know what was going on until this episode. You know what I'm saying? So Marlo was fully delusional, dangerous, an asshole. You hear me? Anyway. So, to me, Kandi did in this whole scene the most she can do for her, which was when you told me it happened. I said, I'm so sorry to hear that. You came to my house the following day. I hugged you and consoled you and connected with you on the loss. You lost your nephew. I lost my brother. What else did you? I really feel like if Bravo had aired this scene back in 2020, would Marlo have made this her storyline this season? That Kandi did not do nothing for me. She didn't do this and she didn't do that. I can't believe Kandi. You know what I'm saying? So 2 years later, you want to bring it up and lie because Marlo feel like Kandi did not send flowers. She didn't cater the funeral or call her sister. Bitch, who did he work for? Who did your nephew work for? Who do you work for? Did anybody else on the cast send flowers and offer to cater? Did Sheree offer to send some She by Sheree bath mess to the sister to wash her feet on? Did anybody do anything? Or is it that just Kandi didn't do something? You is delusional, because 2 years after it happened, you said she didn't send flowers. She didn't cater the funeral, man. What? That ain't her job. That man did. No, look, it's sad that her nephew was killed. That is sad. It is so sad. However, he didn't work for Kandi long enough for her to cater that funeral. He did not. He did not work at OLG long enough for them to say, hey, let's cater the funeral. If Kandi was out here catering every funeral of somebody who used to work for her, or somebody who she know, or a family member of somebody, Kandi not in the funeral business. She got a catering service. She's a charity for low income folk and her little Kandi care thing. But Kandi, girl, ain't you one fucking billionaires? Ain't you the one who we don't know how you make money, but you make money? Why didn't you pay for it? Okay, what she might have, I don't know. Yes, Kandi's holding the blades. So that was 2. Yeah, that's how. From 2020, Marlo fully lives in the world of delusion, and trying to placate that Kandi is a messed up person because she did not financially do things for show proves Marlo wants things for attention and make it look some kind of way. You and Kandi wasn't on the best of terms. Y'all weren't on the work terms back then. But girl. And again, this was in 2020 when COVID was going down. Nobody really knew how to operate in 2020. In 2020, funerals weren't even happening regularly. Funerals were like quarantine. It was only like immediate family. It was real different. They were having funerals online because folks could not attend. So you think while during a pandemic and Kandi having to deal with Riley going off to college, she had time to plan stuff for your nephew stuff? So people who just don't like Kandi, who say Marlo was right, Kandi is so mean, Kandi don't, girl, bye. Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with not like I made it. I popped up live, y'all. I popped up live. Okay. I'm just saying I'm gonna be popping up and stuff. Okay. But thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for being here. Sometimes live is easier than having to premiere and honest. So yeah. But I promise y'all I won't be late no more. I'm gonna do my job and be, efficient YouTuber. Anyway, it just made me mad. But it also made me feel like production was like, you know what? We allowed Marlo to sing, to say all this stuff. We allowed her to say all of it. You know what I'm saying? Only to prove her as a liar, because you're saying Kandi didn't do this and Kandi didn't do that. And they didn't play footage showing, yes, she did. Y'all fully talked about it. She fully consoled you. What do you mean she didn't do anything? So each time she's proven wrong, she changed the goalposts. It went from, well, she did not acknowledge it to, oh, well, she didn't send flowers, so she didn't cater. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay, so it's stupid. Okay, then we see her up there, Marlo, talking to her two little flunkies. Everybody love to talk about the Kandi Cody clique. They love to say, oh, Kandi and Carmen and Don Juan, the Kandi Cody clique. If you don't have friends in your life who fully support you, who you talk to, who you gossip with, I feel sorry for you, okay? And Marlo up there, her fake Kandi Cody clique, her little fake sidekicks, the AKA wannabe Don Juan and Carmen, okay, whatever. It's talking as if Kandi out here, but Kandi don't address stuff. I'm like, why does Marlo act like Kandi around here, like hiding her life? We have literally seen everything with Kandi. We've seen Kandi lose a fiance back in season 2 and 3 or whatever, AJ. We've seen her go through her baby daddy issues with her and Block and Riley. Riley made a whole song. Ate by her father, who was a deadbeat. Todd, whole mama, died. Okay, we've seen issues between Todd and his and Kayla. We've seen issues with Todd and Mama Joyce. We've seen the aunties fussing and fighting. Okay, we've seen every part of Kandi life. Every part. She don't hide shit. The gotcha is she's making it seem as if, well, no one, calls Kandi out on her stuff. She want to have her life and she want to dress this. And her punk ass friends, lady and man right here, up here, yes, ma'am, and her. Like, you right. You right. You right. You right. And maybe you were just triggered because, no, that's not how triggering even works. Because if she was triggered, she would have been triggered. There have been many shootings in Atlanta. Period. But now, because there was a shooting at Blaze, 2 years after something happened with your nephew, you want to bring it up? I was like, what? Marlo can fully miss me with her BS. Fully. And I don't understand how anybody don't see the point of Marlo doing this for a storyline. Marlo has nothing going on. Marlo was up here saying, well, no one holds Kandi accountable. She just, escapes things. She doesn't just get, girl, we still wondered how you make money. You the one who, the only thing we know about Marlo is she like clothes. The only thing we know about Marlo is she at least one old man for some money. We have never seen Marlo tell us anything about her life. Marlo speaks in riddles, in soliloquies, in haikus. We don't know nothing going on. We still don't fully know what her sister was in jail for. We don't fully know why she has custody of them kids. She gives us bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. But we've also seen Kandi Broadway play the show, the other one that got canceled, and she was on camera crying about it because she was hurt that it got canceled. We've seen her stage play A Mother's Love have to be canceled because of bad promoters. So it's weird to me that she's up here trying to come at Kandi, making it seem as if Kandi is not, I gotta activate Kandi. As I said, Marlo is delusional. Because if anybody we know more about everybody else on this cast except Marlo and Crazy Courtney. We may not know what the hell Ralph was in Florida, but we know more about Ralph than Marlo. We know more about Sanya than Marlo, and Marlo been around longer. Marlo bullshits people. Marlo attracts idiots who like drama and who don't like Kandi. Because anyone who's been watching this show since the beginning can't possibly say Kandi boring. Kandi don't be showing shit. I'm like, she's showing everything. If anything, she's showing too much. If you ask me. But her and her fake ass get on my nerves. Because I'm like, why y'all, if you can't be Marlo, maybe if you are triggered because of your nephew's death, you need to seek therapy because you should not connect that to Kandi at all. The hell? And maybe not. Let's get to the flip flop, okay? Because as delusional as Marlo is, Sanya is a flip flopping flipper. You hear me? A flip flopping flipper. Because I have, girl, not you. How you flip, girl? So even though I did not watch the episode, I saw the clips on social media, and so when I seen the clips of Sanya. And they were like, yeah, Sanya up here, she said, she gonna try to talk to her husband and make him understand that maybe, just maybe her sister and them don't need some move. And I was like, man, what? How she flip-flopping between her husband and her family? How that happen? Not you flip-flopping in between your husband and your mama, your son, your daddy. How that happened? So I made a tweet. Okay? And I said, Sanya be flip-flopping in her own house between her husband and her family. That's why she be flip-flopping with Cass between Kandi and Kenya and Marlo and Shrek. Flip-flop is what she does. Okay? I was like, now that damn tweet got 53,000 views. I was like, well, damn, bitch. I'm saying, my point is, she's a flip-flopping ass bitch. Okay? And I mean bitch respectfully. Beyonce said, okay, flip flop that bit. I'm just saying, I do not understand how one, and y'all know me, I love breaking things down and not it being real basic. Okay, because it's easy to say that I forgot to take out the background of the mama. Anyway, my brain. It's easy to say Sanya's sister is being selfish, okay? She's in the house for free. She should be ashamed. No. This is the gotcha, okay? When Sanya, her sister, and her mama up there chatting about the moving situation and the family working for situation, this is my thing. Is the sister and the brother living easier because they're living somewhere we believe is rent-free? We don't know if Sanya's sister or the sister and the husband are paying anything in their house. We don't know. What we do know is it was Sanya's idea to have her family move there with her. Why? To help her. Okay. We also know Sanya said, okay, because the sister said, look, I was just shocked at you saying like that Ross want us to move out. You know, that Ross looks at us being here as just extra and not necessary. However, us staying here really benefit y'all more than us. Why? Because y'all have live-in help. People don't understand. Even I know this, and I don't have children. You hear me? Daycare is expensive. Having someone at the drop of a hat watch your kid, and you can get a. It's today is what's today? Say it's Saturday. If Sanya had a call today that say we need you to be there tomorrow, she don't have to worry about her son. Why? Because her sister or her mama is there as the nanny, who also cooks. We ain't seen Sanya cooking not one damn time. We always see her sister cooking. Ross barely be around. Ross be in Texas with a limo service. So you and your husband are able to freely live your lives, work, travel from state to state, and you leave your son with your sister, who's the babysitter. Your son has a playmate in your sister's two children. So he ain't alone. So when folk don't understand, the sister lived there possibly rent free. I don't know, because they ain't go there. But what we do know, Sanya ain't paying the sister to be a live-in nanny. So no one can say the sister is this freeloading person who ain't doing shit in her house. You know how hard it is to wrangle a 5-year-old? Because I think his son is 5, okay? And your mama gone all the time, the daddy gone all the time. That means the sister life is based around the kids. She don't have no life. She has to base her schedule on Sanya's schedule. So my thing is, if I lived in my sister's house to help take care of my nephew DJ, and you out the blue tell me that your husband want me to move out as if I'm an inconvenience to y'all life, bitch, I help y'all life. We helping each other. Yes, I'm here. Cool. I don't have to pay rent. Fine. But bitch, you save money on the same amount of money Sanya would pay a licensed daycare or babysitter to travel with her and take care of Deucey. She's saving that money by her sister doing it. And the sister saving money because she's living somewhere real free, but she's also having to alter her life to be there for someone. And not only Sanya, but for Ross. Because even if Sanya gone and Ross home, but Ross leaves, who y'all think keep the baby? Her sister. We have to also wonder, how does that affect the sister and her husband's marriage? Because his wife is the babysitter for the sister who want the husband to be an assistant, and he don't want to be an assistant. So folks did not want to understand and realize her sister not being ungrateful. Y'all had me come here to help y'all. And now I'm an inconvenience? Your husband wants us to move out? Like right now? Okay, well, cool. So I think that was her issue. It wasn't the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Ross wants their house back. It's like, cool, but think about what that means, and don't make me feel like I'm an inconvenience. And so your husband wants us gone because he wants his house back. Okay, cool. So that means don't call me when you need a sitter, because I'm not there no more. I'm gonna live my life elsewhere. Okay. Now, Sanya then said, I get, I didn't think about it or whatever, but I get, you know what I'm saying, that, I don't have to worry about my child. Okay. So I'm having a realistic conversation with my husband and about a time frame. And my thing is, no, have a talk with your husband about, figure out who gonna watch your child. Because the mama and the sister said, we moving out. Like, it was shocking, for us to be told we have to leave, but we leaving. It may not be today. It's gonna damn sure be, you know what I'm saying, soon. So even if y'all talk about we leaving regardless, so your main focus should be find you a babysitter. Because as much as you say y'all busy, okay, well, get somebody around here to do it. Get somebody else to do it. And I think it was not just, I think it also was how Sanya said it to the sister. It came off as, wait, what the fuck you mean? What I do? Okay, I'll get out. That's fine. I'll leave. And so I am not mad at anybody who moves to a different state because the sister is saying this will be good for all of us. But in hindsight, it helps her do what she need to do. Because when Sanya is around here at these events and shooting scenes, who got her son? Her sister. If we think about it, we rarely see Sanya with that boy. We see the sister in the kitchen making food for them, and that's it. We've seen Kenya with Brooklyn. We've seen Kandi with Ace and Blaze. We've seen Drew with her children. We rarely see any scenes of Sanya with her child. Why? Because Sanya around here working. She's a working mom. And she's a full sitter, her sister. I'm just saying. So those of y'all who think the sister wrong, I'm the nanny, bitch. Leave me alone. Okay. Anyway, Kenya had a quick little scene with her friend Akila. I wonder if Akila will be back next season. Akila was also on vacation with Kandi and Kenya and them for Kandi's birthday. So I feel like they may be trying to, softly bring her in next season on a more friend basis or whatever they be. But Kenya is going to have her own Kenya Moore hair spa. Kenya Moore hair spa. So I think that'd be cute. I feel like Kenya, who's in the hair care, business, as long as she hires qualified stylists, I think it makes sense. I think the spa should be more than just hair. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be all things spa, like massages, facials, mani-pedis. Like I hope and I think they just had an opening for it, like this year. I'm saying, so I'm hoping it's everything she wants it to be. I also hope she opened one up in Detroit. I'm just saying, Detroit is a hair place, okay? It is. So I guess she opens one up in Atlanta because she lives in Atlanta. I get that, you know what I'm saying, but I'm hoping she will expand, and have one here and then have a whole little franchise of it. But it's smart, you know what I'm saying? It's a place for people to come patronize your business. Okay, maybe put some candy. So what's it called? Candy coated. What's this stuff called? What's Kandi's What's Kandi's sex line called? I can't. Bedroom candy. Put some bedroom candy around or whatever. But it's smart. When you on these shows, you have to create businesses that can last once the show is over. Okay. But they would sit and talk about when Kenya said how because the Akila asked, like, how you gonna balance it, working, dating, life, what's gonna happen? And she said, I know how to date. I was a wife for. I said, Kenya, don't say that. Kenya, when Kenya said I was a wife for 5 years, I said, Kenya, no, you wasn't. You weren't. Kenya got married. And Kenya is not divorced yet. I don't think Kenya probably was a wife for a year. But when you don't live with your husband and it's just not a good situation, I don't think you can call yourself a wife when you never like y'all were never like in the same like. I know. I get it. Legally she was a wife. Yes. But you never had a husband at all. Okay. So I want her to let that go. But I get her saying I don't know how to date. Okay, I married Mark after knowing him for 7 months, and that was a long. They were dating long distance. She married him after 7 months. Okay, the dude Roy, who she's met, she's like, I've been knowing him a year, and we also not close to being married. But she's like, I don't know how to date. I get her point in saying I get in these relationships, and then because I don't know how to date, I fuck around. I fuck around, got married. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, but dating really means just taking like see where things go. You do not have to marry somebody too fast. You don't have to wait forever. But I get her saying, I'm awkward dating. I don't know what to do. Okay. You don't have to marry them too fast. Make sure they're not an asshole. Okay. Now she gets onto the Marlo BS, and how Marlo always does things. Like Marlo would do things or whatever, and then when folks have an issue with what she did, she plays victim. Okay, like she came kicking my door, it scared Brooklyn, it woke Brooklyn up, pissed me off, but she then played victim to what she did to me. Okay, and when she said, in order for me and Marlo, for Marlo to get back in my good graces, Marlo would have to renegotiate her contract or her deal with the devil. I say, bitch. But I do feel like Marlo has to deal with somebody that I don't think is God. I think Marlo may have a deal with them. Okay, I don't know. Now we see a quick little scene of Sheree at home with the baby. Okay, so Sheree's son Cairo had a baby. Okay, first of all, the fact that nobody except Sheree ever wears She by Sheree. I've never seen anybody and She by Sheree except She by Sheree. Okay. I'm like, your son was modeling on the website. He can walk in a She by Sheree hoodie. He walked in with a hoodie from somebody else that they blurred out. He took it off. Okay. I'm like, whatever. Now, folks all was commenting because his baby mama, is not black. Okay. I mean, look, whatever. The little baby is cute as can be. Okay, the daughter, her name is I think Mecca. She's 3 months old. She brought up how Cairo told her when the girl was 4 months pregnant is when it was when Sheree found out, and she said I felt like I was behind because I'm like, first of all, if somebody is 4 months pregnant, you have 6 months and you have at least 5 more months to prepare. Like you have this huge. Are you broke? When Sheree said she felt like she was behind on getting things, I was like, it don't take long to buy baby stuff at all. So what do you mean you were behind because you did not? She wasn't born. She wasn't 9 months pregnant. She was 4 months pregnant. You have 5 to 6 months before a baby pop out. So Sheree missed me with the bullshit, okay? But they round there. She got the little girl doing a little handprint or whatever. I'm like, Sheree really has nothing going on. Because Cairo, who has a very quiet, soft demeanor, it was so shocking. The baby mom was like, he's a really good dad. He's really hands-on right now, okay? Sheree was crying. Like, I did not think he was ready to be a father, but he's such a great daddy. I raised him and his siblings. I raised my 3 kids on my own. And I showed him how to be a stand-up parent. And he learned from me. And I'm happy to see him thriving as a parent. I was like, I'm still stuck on you preparing or not being ready for a baby when you have 5 or 6 months to plan. Sheree, I think Sheree broke. I'm just wondering. Because She by Sheree ain't never been ready. I don't think it's even ready now. No one is buying She by Sheree because no one's seen it anywhere. The son not in it. Look, if my parents owned a brand, when we're filming and I'm around the house, I'm having a little hoodie. Even if you only buy one hoodie and it's always where, cause I was like, girl, the baby was not even. Sheree had like She by Sheree onesies. The baby not in the onesie. Congrats to Cairo for being a parent. Congrats to Sheree for being a grandmama. Okay, let's hope the house that you're sitting in right now is around and the baby can inherit it, you know what I'm saying, in 20 years. All I know is Sheree don't be out here Sheree the way she should be Sheree. She be sheeing, but she don't be Sheree. Okay? Not at all. Okay, I'm like, the fact that we know more about Kandi's candy shop tags than She by Sheree. Rashida has her clothing store too pressed. But nothing about She by Sheree. The fact that Kenya is going to already have a brick and mortar Kenya Moore hair spa before anybody's ever seen anyone wear a She by Sheree is so. I always say, when you have a platform to promote your brand, use it. Use it. Period. Sheree, around here, Sheree, girl, it's pitiful. It's pitiful because Sheree used to be such an amazing cast member, and now she's just a goddamn sidekick, and for less money. We see Kandi at the house. And Kandi at the house, her and Ty, sitting around, seeing in little in their PJs, and just millionaires relaxing. Okay, millionaires relaxing. Okay, and she gets a call when she calls Kenya because Courtney having a little escape room event. In my notes, I put out, I said Courtney having a get out the room event. I'm like, I could not think of the word escape room, so I said get out the room event. But she's saying how she does not want to go to Courtney's event. However, she gonna go, and she calls Kandi, girl. She calls Kenya to figure out what you gonna wear. So Kenya and her talking or whatever. Kenya then brings up, I talked to Doris Sheree, and she then tells Kandi about what Marlo been saying. Because again, all this stuff, this is only episode 6, but all this stuff that Marlo been saying to other people, she's never said it to Kandi. And I don't think, I'm surprised Drew didn't mention to Kandi, but I think Drew's point was she was confused on Marlo's issue. You know what I'm saying? So Kenya found like, well, I don't really know, but like Drew and Sheree saying this. So we see Kenya giving her like a synopsis of what Marlo been saying. And Kandi's pissed. Because it's the first time she's heard like, what? What? Her nephew being dead, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, what the fuck? Okay. And I'm not, girl, I know it. Okay. Because it's one thing, a pet peeve of mine. If you have an issue with me and you have access to me, but you're talking to everybody else about it except me, then we have a problem. Because that means you're trying to turn people against me. And you're doing it knowing I have no idea what you've been saying behind my back. And now I do. Now I'm pissed. I'm upset. Okay? Because all this time, like that happened, man was killed 2 years ago. Like for 2 years, she been around me laughing and kikiing, but never came to me about this. Okay, she trying to tear my business down because again, sane and connecting shit. She trying to tear me down. And when Kandi said in the commercial, "Oh, lying ass bitch," I said, "Oh, she's mad." To me, ever since Marlo has been getting real rough and tough for her Afro puffs towards Kandi, I think Kandi has been giving her the benefit of the doubt. Kandi's a forgiving person or whatever, but I said, Kandi, put that lady in the same bus that you have that you have Phaedra in. Okay, put her over there. Leave her over there. Because Marlo wants, in my opinion, Marlo wants to ruin Kandi's image. She wants to activate Kandi, so it makes Kandi look bad. When to me, it makes her look more human. Because y'all know, when you trigger somebody and they just go off, and you caught me on the wrong day, you caught me on the wrong day, and it's Kandi like, okay, she's out here saying things, connecting her nephew's murder to me and to my restaurant behind my back to make me look bad, to try to down talk my business. Oh, she on some bullshit. And I love how Todd was sitting there the whole time and said, you know what I'm saying, Dad, that shit. She on some bullshit. Shut the shit down. She wants attention. I love that Todd let Kandi be pissed, but said, don't dead all that shit. You know what I'm saying? She wants attention. Because she do. She wants to make, y'all know, Marlo fools. She can't fool me. If Kandi, the only way Kandi can be dead ass wrong would be if she knew that young man, was cool with that young man, had been hanging out with that young man, and had any kind of actual connection to that young man. The only way she could be wrong was if she was like really, if she knew. Marlo did not even know he worked there. So to me, that shows how much Marlo and him wasn't even close. Because if y'all were, how would you not know he worked for Kandi? So make it make sense to me. You want me to be upset about someone who passed away. You did not even know they worked for me, which means you didn't talk to them enough. So I'm like, Todd got it. It's like she on some bullshit. She wants attention, and she do, because activating Kandi makes Kandi look bad. Her new storyline, meaning Marlo, her new thing would be, see, Kandi ain't shit. Kandi's mean. Kandi's aggressive. She was trying to activate Kandi to give herself something to be talking about the following season. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And he also said, you know what it is, because that's what he says. That's what he says. We've seen Ty say that on many of occasions. Period. And the fact that people don't get Kandi and Kenya don't have an alliance. Kandi and Kenya have a true friendship that they've been building for all the years on and off the show. And when folks feel like, well, people allow Kandi to not this and not, I'm like, no, if we are friends, why would I bring up something on camera that makes you look some kind of way when it really has nothing to do with you? There is no reason for anyone to bring up the shooting their blades, because it doesn't really have anything to do with Kandi. Kandi did not shoot anybody. She wasn't shot at. Something happened at her business that's being investigated. No one was killed. The person who did it was arrested. Like, what is there to talk about? So Kandi hearing, oh, she trying to connect me to her nephew. Wow. I'm pissed now. I'm upset. Mainly because, as we saw earlier, okay, that Kandi had consoled her. So, bitch, what you mean? I wasn't there for you. I was ignoring it. You brought what? So she was pissed. And to me, I think Todd was also upset because his face looked upset, but not like, oh, we got to. He was like, man, she on some bullshit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Shut it down. Meaning, don't feed into it. Speak your piece, go off, and let it be. And I really feel like going forward, Kandi not gonna fuck with Marlo, and Marlo gonna make it seem like, well, she don't want to fuck with me because she wants to be perfect. I'm like, Kandi not perfect. So the whole like, oh, lying ass bitch. Marlo is a lying ass bitch. She is. She is. Marlo don't have true friendships. Marlo and Sheree are not friends. They're co-conspirators in their alliance. We are two people on the show who don't really have a storyline. Okay, we have to stay cool. We have to be together. Okay, Sanya is a fucking flip flopping ass bitch. Beyonce said it. Flip flopping ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? And Sanya makes excuses for Marlo because she don't feel like she can be real cool with Kenya and Kandi. As I said, Sanya be flip-flopping at home with her husband and her family. So she don't know how to. Sanya not loyal. She go where the wind blow. Okay? Drew, while Drew making up stuff, talking about shootings, Drew, to me, is trying to be true friends with with Kandi and Kenya. I think had Sanya not been flip-flopping her first season, Sanya and Drew could have been cool. People forget. Drew told us Sanya be flip-flopping, and no one but I was on Drew's side. I said she is flip-flopping for Sheree and Marlo. I said that. So we have to remember that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. And folks who don't have issue with how Marlo acts and how Sheree and Sanya back up her bullshit, to me, y'all delusional too. Okay. Now, well, first of all, y'all take one little second. Like the video. I did some water. Okay, so we get to the event. Okay, I did not get many stuff picture from the event. Okay, it's Courtney's event. Okay, I'm gonna make this clear. I don't like Courtney. Courtney's too loud, and Courtney. It's not that I don't like her because she came for Kandi. I don't like her because she came in here making. I don't like when people make issues when there isn't an issue. I feel like that means you're trying to make up a storyline. And to me, Courtney came in coming at Kandi to make herself be on the show. And to me, that's why I don't like her. I feel like Courtney did not come in just trying to be friendly, to get to know everyone. Courtney came in, oh, well, Kandi was asking about me. It's like, but they all do that. Kandi was like, whenever there's somebody new, we all look them up. And when someone makes it seem as if they know one of us, we would ask for, well, I don't know her. You ask who they know if they know the person. I'm saying, so to me, Courtney came in on a high horse, thinking, let me go for someone who's been on the show for a while. It's Kandi. I can maybe get folks on my side. And the fans said, nah, bitch. Had she came in and it was a misunderstanding and that was it, but all the squawking and head stuff, whatever, I was like, you're doing too much. And then how she kind of kept going. Then the whole she's Ross's cousin, not Ross, Ralph. She's Ralph's cousin. No, not at all. Okay, I don't like it. Thank you, KC, for the super chat. I was on Drew's side to give Sanya a plum word from and take back the peach. It sounded. I'm going to watch her interview with Carlos King, and probably do a review, not a review, but I'll probably comment on it. I heard when she gave who she would want on here, she left off Kenya and Kandi, and I'm like, bitch, we don't even want you, so you can't write off anybody else, okay? And it's like whatever, it's whatever. So, but for Courtney, I feel like Courtney came in with an agenda. She did not come in to kind of be in the group. She's like, okay, I gotta come at somebody. Let me come at Kandi. And even when Kandi like, well, no, I didn't know you though. I was told this, whatever. She would not let it go. And it went from that to her, oh, Ralph's my cousin. And I'm like, and also, Drew, don't be fake as fuck. Okay, meaning don't be up and hey cousin, that ain't your cousin. Ralph, don't no. Look, if I find out somebody is related to me who I've never met, I don't know them from a can of paint. Cool. Hey, how you doing? But we not gonna be hanging up. Hey, cuz. No, I don't know you yet. I gotta work up the cuz. So a part of me feel like Drew doing that because from Ralph and his Ralph cousin, and I don't care. Drew, stop. Call that bitch Courtney, not cousin Courtney. Okay, I'm leave that be. But it get mad. Okay, Kandi walked in. Kandi pissed. Okay, Kandi's upset. Ain't no questioning it. Okay, Kandi is pissed off to the highest point of pissivity because if she said to her and speak on it, she had found out earlier that day what Marlo had been saying. So she been fuming. And y'all know when you mad, look, when you mad about something and the person you mad at is in your presence, you want to crack some heads. Like, it's that simple. So she was like, nope. I'm pissed. Marlo, what you been saying by me? What happened? What you do? And I respect her for saying, you know what, let me immediately go and have this conversation because you are consistently talking about me to other people, about me. You're connecting me to a situation that I don't have nothing to do with. You are saying it behind my back. You are trying to ruin my brand. You are calling me insensitive. All these things. And I can't sit up here and not address you because you have been addressing me behind my back all this time. And it's some bullshit shit, okay? When Marlo said, okay, yeah, can me, you, and Drew go talk separately? Marlo did not want the group involved because Marlo knew she had told different stories to different people. And when you have not told the same story to different people, you want to keep yourself out of harm's way of them saying, well, you told me different. Period. And I also feel like Kandi's issue was, I don't care about you fussing with Drew. What did you say about me? And what were you trying to connect me to your nephew's shit? So Marlo go, well, I talked to Drew and Drew did not want to say shooting, and it made me mad, and I can't believe that you whatever. Okay. And she said the word incident. You know, but when it comes to my illegal issues with my crimes that I've been arrested for, no one wants to sugarcoat. I say, Marlo, this is the difference between you and Kandi. Kandi has, to our knowledge, Kandi has not been arrested. To our knowledge, Kandi has not physically disfigured somebody from whatever situation. Kandi does not have any mugshots. So you are comparing something that happens at her restaurant to things you have done and been convicted of. It's a difference. Okay. Kandi has not broken the law to our knowledge. She's not been arrested or been accused of doing anything herself. You have. So folks bringing up what you've done does not equal people not wanting to discuss a situation that happened at her restaurant. She wasn't even there. It's a difference. And when folks don't want to acknowledge that it's a difference, no one is bringing up things that she is not. There are mug shots. There are like 10 mug shots of you. Even if it is from 10, 15, 20, 23 years ago, you did stuff. You did stuff. You did it. That's why folks bring up what you've done. Also because you don't talk about nothing. Okay? When your house was broken into by them thugs who kicked your door in, that was not even addressed on the show. Why? Because when it happened, it was an active investigation. The shooting at Blaze at that point in time was an active investigation. So Kandi could not talk about it. Also, Kandi was not charged with nothing. Her restaurant was not charged with nothing. So what is there for her to discuss? Also, we don't like you, Marlo. We don't like you. So no one cares to sugarcoat because we don't like you. What have you done that we should sugarcoat? What have you done for me lately? And she sounded dumb. And again, that's why she had this conversation away from everyone else. Because Kenya would have interjected, probably Marietta. People on Kandi's side would have said, but. And also, she said different things to different people. She not slick. You know what I'm saying? So they fussing, they talking or whatever, back and forth and whatnot, okay? And so she brings up an argument with Drew, and I was fussing with Drew, and I don't know why, but I yelled out, "My nephew dead, and he worked at OLG." She was like, "Wait, what? That ain't got nothing to do with me, okay?" And when I came to you, you know what I'm saying, the day or whatever, and Ken said, no, you sent me a text. So again, she's trying to leave out certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because she's trying to lead a narrative that, my nephew was killed, I came to your house, and you did not want to deal with it. What do I have to deal with? He wasn't my nephew. You did not know he worked for me until his mama told you. You did not mention to me ever why he was there for a short time about anything. What was there for me to deal with? But she's saying all of this in scene because she remembered, well, it didn't air. When Kandi consoled me, it never aired. You didn't. I'm like, you sound dumb because we seen Kandi consoling your ass when you came to her house. And as I said, you came to the lady's house while her firstborn daughter, was packing to move across the country from Georgia to New York. She moving, she gone, she bye. So she had more on her mind than you and your nephew. The same way you did too. Okay? And when kids like, well, you keep trying to connect your nephew dying to me, and it has nothing to do with me. Like nothing. Nothing. And I think she's like, what you got? I didn't want to deal with it. Because they talked. They had a full conversation about it. So Kandi's confused. But again, no one is knowing what they even talked about at the table. They're like, Lord, what's going on? What are they doing? What are they doing? Because they in this, this place, this escape room place. And they're like, what is going on? What's happening? Now, when Marietta came over to kind of see what was going on, and Kandi said, back up. They had nothing. Kandi's point was, I don't trust Marlo. And if she pop off, I don't need anyone near me. and I can't reach and do what I gotta do. Don't crowd me when I'm arguing, because if I need to swing, give me some space. You know, I'm that way too. Don't crowd me when I'm fussing, because if I have to stick move, give me space too. Okay, so my y'all went back inside out. Okay, but they fussing back and forth. Okay, because in my opinion, I feel like, again, Marlo is trying to activate Kandi, and Kandi, oh, she got activated, because what you not gonna do is keep coming for me. What you not gonna do is keep talking to me as if I'm crazy, okay? And saying that, I'm mad because, people allow her to get away with ignoring things. I'm like, oh, like you do? Like, we don't know your life, how you live, how you make money, who you dating, why your edits don't grow, why your voice so hoarse. You avoid all the questions about you and your life. All of them. We know much. We don't know nothing. So I'm like, you are the one who evades all questioning. You would have it from the IRS and the CIA and DEA and whoever else. Okay. And when Kandi said, well, first of all, he stopped working there months before he was shot. What the fuck? Okay. And when Marlo said, well, what does it say about your character? I say, what? Her character, Kandi saying he did not even work for me when he died. He ain't working for months. And Marlo's response is, what does that say about your character? I was like, bitch, what? Okay. She on some bullshit. And so when Marlo, y'all keep bringing up what I did 20 years ago. My nephew worked there. He was shot by someone he met there. And she said, no, that's not true. Whoever killed him did not work there. And that was something Marlo had said before. And when she said, he was probably I can't control a customer. And when she wanted, he was in his chef uniform. He had picture with you and girl. When they showed them photos and Kandi's on her speak on it, the chef outfit they had him in, that was not when he worked at OLG. That was not an OLG chef outfit. That was not even when he worked there. Okay, and then the photos from the Christmas party. That was the first time she met. It was a company Christmas party. That was not a party at Kandi's house or her friends. He was at his work Christmas party and took photos like everybody else did. So Marlo making it seem as if there was a relationship, a closeness between him. No, bitch. No. So I'm like, and it was in 2019. He started in November of 2019. Christmas is a month. Kandi didn't know that man. Now things got left. Kandi snaps because Kandi was like, look, you are not about to attach me and my business to something I have nothing to do with. And when Marlo said, you not gonna tell me shit. You can't tell me motherfucking thing, bitch. I said, oh, at that point, it was a point of no return, because you can't connect me to your shit and think I'm gonna cut you out. And Marlo, in my opinion, Marlo got aggressive when she said, you can't tell me shit. You can't tell me shit, bitch. I said, okay. To me, that's aggressive. And I don't like how Drew was saying Marlo being aggressive. And Sanya like, why? How's she being aggressive? Her arms are behind her. No. The whole time Kandi and Marlo was fussing, Marlo was fully activating Kandi, being aggressive verbally, and trying to activate Kandi. Because everybody knows she don't talk about her family, her money, her business, and you are trying to come for her business. And once you said to me, you can't tell me shit, bitch. Oh, and it was an aggressive, it wasn't a nice bitch. It wasn't. It was not. And anyone could see it was elevating and elevating and elevating because Kandi was already pissed for one. You know what I'm saying? And Marlo trying to stick to the point of saying, well, no, bitch, you did, you did. You can't tell me shit, but da, 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 da. And I'm like, Marlo was absolutely being aggressive in her words. Marlo also is very, very tall. Kandi short. You know what I'm saying? So there's a height thing or whatever. But Marlo was being the aggressive one. Okay? And Kandi, in my opinion, was matching her energy. Her hands were not behind her back. She was talking to Kandi. Her hands was this and all that. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with bullshit. And I think at that point when Marlo said, you can't tell me shit, bitch, I think that also set Kandi off. Okay? And her point was, if you had a problem, bitch, tell me. Everybody come in because it's getting a little heated. A little heated. Okay? So when Kenya hear Kandi, oh no. Oh no. So everybody rush over, okay? And when Kandi said, don't hold me, don't, if she pop off, don't grab me. Because again, Marlo was being verbally aggressive to activate Kandi, and it worked. She hit Kandi with trying to attack her business. But at this time, the shooting had happened. The shit would escape. And all of that was happening at the same time. Okay? And Kandi's whole point was, bitch, if you had an issue, I should have known before now. Before today. Okay? And they're trying to separate them completely. And I'm like, so no one is understanding, except Kenya and Drew and Manetta, why Kandi's pissed at Marlo. Sheree and Sanya are just dodo birds. You know what I'm saying? And Drew was saying to them, get Marlo out of here. She was being aggressive, get her out. And he said, why is Marlo the only one being aggressive? Her hands are behind her back. Marlo put her hand behind her back when everybody else walked up. The whole time before that, her hands were not behind her back. And aggressiveness is more than just physically doing things. She was verbally aggressive. Period. She absolutely knew what she was doing. And when Kandi walked in, pissed, I think everybody knew it could get hot. And this, y'all know, when Kandi's upset, when a lot of folks, when I'm upset, I cry. It's because you want to physically do something, but you can't. You physically cannot get out the energy that's just raising the, so you cry. And when Marlo said, oh, you want to cry now? Go cry. Go cry. And I said, oh, see, I would have swung. I'm sorry. But again, when she said, no, I'm crying because I can't choke your ass, bitch, I said yes. I loved Kandi's activation. Because she finally, to me, this means she done with Marlo. When she said, when somebody get me like that, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I should not be out here, physically trying to fight folks or whatever. However, I love the fact that she activated, because that means she would never trust Marlo. I think she can be cordial and on the show. Marlo has ruined any chance of her and Kandi being cool. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Marlo's full of shit. Okay? Marlo was fully full of shit. Because if you really want to make it seem as if you not doing shit, the whole, oh, you're gonna go cry. And I'm like, bitch, ain't you 50? Ain't you like 50? Kandi had every right to be pissed. And Kandi don't, like, the last time we've seen Kandi activated on the show, I would say a total of maybe 3-4 times. The first time was with Nene when she said, I'm gonna walk away from you before I get blow up on your ass. That was mild. We had on the season, the Pillow Talk episode, when Cynthia's sister Mal pushed Todd, I will drag this bitch in here. That was her being activated. Okay. Then the Phaedra situation on the reunion. And now this. We have never seen Kandi activated because she don't allow folk to get her there. But once she do, she like, okay, I'm done. And yes, I'm crying because I don't want, but I can't because I can't choke your ass, bitch. And I feel like if they were not on camera, my mama got choked. I'm just saying, she got choked. Okay. So for me, Marlo is full of shit. Completely full of shit. You can't trust Marlo. Marlo is look, you can't trust this bitch. You hear me? You can't trust her. At all. Because you were trying to aggravate her. She knew when Kandi walked in mad and then say, we need to talk. Period. Hear me? She knew, let me push. Let me push and push and push and push and push and push. Let me bring up all this shit, don't make no sense. And then let me talk. And when Kandi's trying to interject truth into my bullshit, let me also say, no, let me talk. Don't try to overtalk me. Bitch, what? Whatever. Okay. So to me, she fully was the whole time waiting for this moment. And she's like, I bet your bottom dollar. Okay. She will always say she wants to fight me. She got so mad, was so aggressive with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what Marlo ain't shit. I will never, ever change my mind in saying Marlo ain't shit. And that's why I love the fact that Kandi had to speak on it. Because she could, eloquently say all the BS that Marlo was spouting out wasn't even true. You're trying, because again, he died in 2020. We shot all these scenes, been hanging out, that you've never said nothing. You came to my house happy as can be. So I think Kandi being activated was great because now we can know for a fact Marlo had no more chances with her. And truth be told, Marlo is not the future of the franchise. She isn't. She isn't. So even knowing that Sanya was on an interview saying, she don't see Kandi or Kenya back next season, we don't see you back. Bravo is not going to get rid of Kandi and Kenya for a Sheree and a Marlo. Not at all. Okay. So Sanya is flip-flopper. Okay. She makes excuses for Marlo. She called Drew a lap dog. I say, not you. You Marlo lap dog. You are an Olympic running lap dog for a person who we don't know where her money come from. The hole you did for somebody else will be your own. Period. And Sanya loved making excuses for Marlo by then going at the other women. But when she with Kandi or Kenya, she never had that same energy. She's a fucking flip-flopper. And I'm willing to bet at the reunion, she'll play innocent. And I love that Kandi said her, I'm going to speak on it. She's like, I'm getting everybody because Sanya has put her side. I can't wait to see activated Kandi at the reunion, not trying to play nice. Because she said, I usually hold back. I'm not going to do that this time. Not going to do it. It's going to be a great reunion. And the good thing is, even if they cut stuff out, Kandi will just speak on it. You hear me? Okay. Now, Sheree is a paid sidekick now. Okay. She used to be, Sheree is a 50-year-old bone collecting lapdog sidekick with no OG status anymore. She's no longer an OG. Sheree ain't doing nothing to do anything. Okay. Now Courtney is a placeholder. She's a plant in the corner. Okay. Courtney is the plant in a corner. It's just there to hold a place. Okay. For something better. Okay. It don't talk. It don't breathe. It just sit there and looks cute. Okay. Courtney is a corner plant. That's it. Okay. Now Drew, you full of shit. Saying how y'all don't say shooting in Chicago. I don't believe that. You may want to say that y'all don't glorify shootings and y'all are very conscious of how y'all discuss shootings. That's cool. But you can't tell me y'all don't say the word shooting. Okay? Bullshit. But I love the fact that Drew ain't flip-flopping. You know what I'm saying? She sees Marlo for who she is. She sees Sanya for who she is. And I don't blame her for sticking to, Manetta, Kandi, and Kenya. Because again, fuck Marlo, fuck Sheree, fuck Sanya. Okay? So Drew, I need you to you can't say we don't say shootings. Yes, y'all do. But I can believe you are very selective in how y'all, because even you do have to be careful in how you discuss shootings, but you can't make it seem if y'all don't say the word. Okay, girl, lies. And for me, Kenya Manetta are being supportive friends. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Point blank period. Because Marlo really wants folks to believe Kandi's a bad person. She's a bad person. Y'all should trust her. And she's trying to raise herself up as a Bravo housewife by tearing Kandi down. And it ain't working. At all. At all. Okay? And even the fact that you brought up how Marlo was texting me days after the nephew was killed about being on Cameo, making money. She wasn't all sad and distraught like she was. It wasn't this bullshit. And even how they bring about, well, Marlo did cut somebody, and she never talks about it. So you want to discuss something about me, let's discuss something about you that you never discuss. This, because we've always heard about it, and it was always kind of up under the rug, not discussed at all. And Marlo in the end trying to cry. I have feelings too. I want people to leave my past alone. Fuck you, bitch. If you want folk to leave you alone, leave other people alone or get off the show. Get out of our face. You cannot want your past, even if it's from 20 years ago, to not be discussed when you've never discussed it. You can't want people to not want you to discuss things that you did. So anybody around here who like, oh, Marlo's right, I think Kandi's bad. Well, you're delusional. So, in my opinion, the reunion, the reason the reunion is going to be good is because even if they cut stuff out, I bet my bottom dollar, Kandi, Kenya, Drew, and Manetta will speak on it. And more people will watch that. I also feel like even if they were to take, if Kandi or Kenya or Manetta or whatever, if they were to not be on the show, if Kandi gone, if they only have Marlo, Sheree, and Sanya, and they do not have Kandi, Kenya, and Drew, I wouldn't watch. I would not watch at all. I watch because I like Kandi. I like Kenya. I like Drew. I like Monyetta. I could have liked Sheree. But Sheree is always around here picking the wrong team. I used to like Sanya. I liked her first show. But this alliance, not friendship, this alliance that Sheree and Marlo have aggravates me. That's why I'm like, I do not be rushing to watch the episode. Because I'm like, every week y'all gonna see me cussing Marlo out. Marlo, to me, is someone she has nothing to lose. And so she loves chaos. That's why I said on my Twitter, I said, what did I say? I called her, I said, Marlo, it's gonna sound mean, but I said it. I said, I'm sure. I said it and I don't care. Because it is what it is. I said, Marlo Marlo is a worthless girl. Marlo is worthless as a cast member because all she knows is chaos. In life, she's probably miserable because anyone that messy can't be happy in life. I wish that lady some happiness because misery is a miserable girl. Misery is miserable and boring. I said what I said. And then seeing that scene with her and the boys, and she wrote down, I don't know what love is. I said that bitch is unhappy. That's why. Marlo around here, delusionally unhappy and miserable. And so she see no issue taking how miserable she feel out on other people, making something out of nothing, and then playing victim. So as far as I'm concerned, Marlo, girl, she's delusional. Okay, fully delusional. Okay, and also the scene, going back with the ladies we seen because Marlo left, not Marlo, girl, Kandi left, Drew left, Kenya left, and Monyetta left, and Sanya and Sheree and Marlo making it seem as if they left because of Kandi. They don't like y'all. They don't like Courtney. Why would they stay? No one cares. And the fact that Bravo just kind of wrapped up the end and did not really show them hanging out, doing the stuff, because they don't care. Kandi and Kenya and them is the show. I don't make the rules. When Marlo, not Marlo, them, when Kandi and them left, they stopped filming. They showed them in that damn escape room in the closing credits. So y'all can think all y'all want that people want to see the foolishness of Marlo. We don't. We don't. At all. Did Courtney realize in the moment she lied to be in the wrong team? Yeah, she tried to say sorry to Kandi. I'm like, bitch, no. And I like that Kandi did not allow her to feel like, thank you for thinking of me. I like it. Thanks, I guess. Like, get out of my face, bitch. Get out of my face. Well, see, I think what I'm having had with Bravo allowing Marlo to get away with it. I feel like Bravo allowed Marlo to say all this stuff because Kandi didn't know yet. And they allowed Marlo to talk. And then they played the proof that she's a liar. Because they're saying, when Marlo said Kandi did not console her, they then show Kandi consoling her, talking to her, and them having a full-fledged conversation about the nephew dying. I feel like even them showing Marlo her hands behind her back, trying to prove Drew wrong. I'm like, we seen Marlo beforehand. So I feel like they're allowing things to play out, but we not dumb. We not stupid. And I feel like Bravo playing the long game. I think they letting Marlo hang herself. Let her say all these things. And when Kandi come back with proof that it isn't true, Marlo was dumb. And Marlo don't realize she's shooting herself in the foot. Because they're going to show when you talk to Kandi, so what did you mean? Each time Marlo changed directions, Bravo has to, follow that direction. But Kandi can be like, bitch, we did talk. Here's the text. You texted me about Cameo days after he was murdered. Here's you coming to my house the following day and you fine. So Bravo, nobody is really watching this show in droves for Marlo, for Sheree, for Sanya. There aren't. And I was thinking this earlier. Everyone except Marlo and Sheree. I'm sorry. Everybody except Kandi and Sheree has had like a villain era. Kenya had a villain era back before, but she's changed. She's better. She's happier. Cool. Kenya is now likable. Marlo has always been aggravating, but she wasn't that bad. Marlo is like, I'm going to be the villain. Nene had her villain era. Sheree and Kandi has a bone collector era, but never a villain. They collect bones, you know what I'm saying? But neither of them have ever been villains. You know what I'm saying? Marlo is trying to play the villain role, but she don't know how to do it. You can be a villain, but you can't make up shit. You can be a villain, but you can't try to create drama where there isn't any. And Marlo's villain era is showing her to be a desperate, edgeless asshole. Because you're fussing with somebody who really ain't did shit wrong to you for a storyline. And bringing up stuff from 3 years ago that didn't even really happen. Because Kandi never ignored it. And if you were mad because Bravo chose to not air a conversation about your dead relative, that's on Bravo. Bravo didn't want to address it, not Kandi. Bravo cut it out, not Kandi. Bravo said, bitch, nah, not Kandi. But you want to blame Kandi because you was too boring for that to be your storyline. Your house was robbed. Thugs kicked in your door. That should be triggering to your nephew being killed in his home. That should have been triggering. Okay? You put your nephews out. That should have been triggering. Okay? You have this delusional idea that I can blame Kandi. Because if I blame Kandi, they have to cover it. If in all my scenes, I'm talking to different people in different ways about Kandi and my nephew, it has to be shown. And then that's my storyline. And then next season, it can be about me and Kandi making up. And you know, there is no making up. There is no making up. In real life and on the show. So live in the bed you made, Marlo, because you get something on our nerves. Okay. Anyway, y'all, that's it. Okay. That's all I have today. I'm about to watch I'm about to watch Bell Collective and also Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Both of them will premiere tomorrow and stuff. Okay. I may come live tomorrow for a gossip chat though. I may have Sunday night gossip and whatnot. Okay, for last tomorrow, probably around 6 or 7. I don't know yet. Okay. But thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all had a great time. I did too. Sorry I was late. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry late, but I'm gonna be on time going forward. Okay. Now I want everyone to make sure to have a good day, a good evening. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And until tomorrow, I will talk to you later. I gotta go. Bye.